Welcome to the incredible world of Arizona, where natural beauty, history, and Native American culture blend seamlessly. Prepare to be amazed as we discover crazy unknown facts about USA Arizona that make it more than just a land of sun and sand. We're not exactly sure what Arizona was named after. The mystery behind Arizona's name adds a touch of intrigue to its history. Imagine this: back in the day, when the Ohlone folks ruled the land, there was this tiny spring in northern Sonora, Mexico, just hanging out near Arizona's border. When curious European settlers showed up and asked, "What's this place called?" the locals pointed to the spring and said, Alisonac. Now that tongue-twisting name did some linguistic acrobatics, bouncing through Spanish as Arizonic and finally landing in English as Arizona. But hold on, there's another plot twist. Picture a bunch of Basque shepherds from Spain hanging around in Arizona and Sonora. Some folks say they're the ones who casually tossed the name Arizona into the mix. So you see, Arizona's name might forever be wrapped in a bit of mystery, with legends and linguistic gymnastics, making it all more fascinating. The London Bridge was dismantled and moved to Arizona. One of the more bizarre stories to come out of Arizona is the tale of Robert McCulloch Sr., who founded the city of Lake Havasu City. The London Bridge just so happened to be sinking, and was beginning to become a safety concern at the time Robert was founding Lake Havasu City. So what did he do? He bought the whole bridge, lamps and all, and had it shipped all the way to Arizona. The bridge was taken apart piece by piece, and then reconstructed, and to this day, it's the biggest tourist attraction in the surrounding area. Only about 15% of land in Arizona is privately owned. While this number may seem tiny, you have to remember that Arizona is a massive state. 15% of Arizona still makes 17,100 square miles, 27,360 square kilometers of privately owned land. The rest of Arizona is taken up by state national parks, protected land, state trust land, and space reserved for Native American reservations. Before we move any further on our adventure, let's pack our bags and discover the world together. Don't forget to subscribe for more exciting journeys ahead. Arizona is more than deserts and mountains. It's 27% forest. Arizona isn't just about deserts and mountains. It's a land of surprises. When you imagine Arizona, you might picture vast deserts and towering mountains. But here's a shocker. A whopping 27% of Arizona is covered in lush forests. That's right, nearly a third of the state is a green paradise. To give you an idea, Arizona's forest coverage is only 2% less than the forests in France, a country known for its rich woodlands. So, next time someone mentions Arizona, remember it's not all about the arid landscapes. There's a hidden green side to this desert gem. Arizona was not a state until 1912. Arizona didn't join the state club until 1912, and that's pretty late compared to its neighbors. Way back, it used to be part of Mexico, until the U.S. claimed a chunk of Mexico's land after the Mexican-American War in 1848. So, even though the paperwork was done in 1848, Arizona only officially became the 48th state in the U.S. in 1912. Before Mexico, Spain was the landlord of this place, and that's why you'll find a lot of towns, cities, and cool spots in Arizona with Spanish vibes in their names. Arizona was the site of the German prisoner of war camps during World War II. During World War II, Arizona had some German prisoner camps. At the same time, a tough decision was made by the United States. Over 125,000 people of Japanese descent were moved forcibly and kept in 75 different places, mostly on the West Coast and in the western part of the country. Why did this happen? There was a fear that Japan might try to invade the U.S. West Coast. So from 1942 to 1945, these folks were made to live in camps built in the country's middle. This move meant they lost their homes and businesses. Thankfully, after World War II ended, these camps were shut down, closing a difficult chapter in American history. Arizona has wineries abound. If you're a fan of wine, Arizona is your kind of place. With more than 100 wineries, it's a hotspot for wine enthusiasts. Sure, the craft beer scene is making strides too, with 75 licensed breweries mostly in the big cities. But when it comes to sipping and enjoying, wine still takes the crown in Arizona. While California often steals the spotlight for U.S. wine production, Arizona isn't playing second fiddle. In fact, They're producing 22 different types of wine. So, if you're curious and looking to explore, Arizona's wineries are waiting for you to check out the diverse flavors they have to offer. Speaking of the Grand Canyon, now let's chat about the Grand Canyon, a real superstar in the world of national parks. It's the fourth most visited national park in the U.S., drawing in about 5.9 million people each year. Tourists flock there to witness the breathtaking beauty crafted by Mother Nature. But here's the secret. Arizona has way more to offer than just the Grand Canyon when it comes to natural wonders. Picture this. Over 35 national parks and natural areas, each showcasing diverse and stunning landscapes. Now, the Grand Canyon is just one part of the trio of Arizona national parks, joined by the Petrified Forest National Park and Saguaro National Park. Phoenix is the hottest city in the U.S. Phoenix is like the champion of hotness in the U.S., especially from June to September. It gets over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 37.7 degrees Celsius on average during that time. Even though it's not super humid, the heat is no joke. Now, to put things in perspective, Miami's hottest month is August, and it's only 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 31.1 degrees Celsius there. But get this, Phoenix has a smart way to cool down. They're planting more trees. It might sound a bit funny, but trees give shade and cool things down without costing a ton of money. So in the battle against the blazing sun, Phoenix is letting nature's cool sidekick, trees, do the job. The first Europeans to reach Arizona were Spaniards. The first Europeans to cross into Arizona were with a Spanish missionary by the name of Marcos de Niza in 1539. During his travels, Marcos reportedly came upon Cibola, a great city full of untold riches. Although he only saw it from a distance, he made a detailed report of his findings when he returned to Coliac. This then led the conquistador and explorer Francisco Vázquez de Coronado to embark on a great venture across the region of Arizona, reaching into New Mexico. Unfortunately for Coronado, though, he never found the riches he sought. One of the best preserved meteorite craters is in Arizona. Did you know that in Arizona, there's a colossal dent in the Earth made by a gigantic space rock? It's called the Barringer Meteor Crater, or simply the Meteor Crater, and it's like a time capsule from around 50,000 years ago, when a massive meteor crashed into our planet. Picture this, a whopping 1-mile wide hole in the ground, plunging down to 570 feet deep. That's like a supersized bowl scooped out by an ancient cosmic collision. Arizona proudly boasts one of the world's coolest and most well-preserved meteor craters, making it a must-see wonder for anyone fascinated by the mysteries of space and Earth's history. And there you have it. If you want to know more crazy facts about every country, hoist the sails and subscribe now to my channel Columbus World Discoverer and discover the world with me. Until then, goodbye.